Good morning again, friends and neighbors. Um, Something totally different. The Constitution of our United States. My understanding of the Constitution is it's a living document. And it might be worth looking up what that term living document means. The founders of the country tried to create a guide for politics and social well-being, I suppose, that tried to look forward through time. The document was never meant to be some fixed thing in time to worship. It was meant to be a living guide to build a society or a civilization that can work together towards a common goal, which is surviving. So that is how general and vague the Constitution is. Under that Constitution are laws written by people. No supernatural involved at any point in this process. So people sat down and wrote laws that allowed things in this country. That through the guidance of faith and many communities, we put together constructs that our society can live with. Not you. It really isn't about you or me. It's about this idea of a greater good and something bigger than the individual. So that's where that Constitution is. And one of the misnomers in that, we can speculate where it came from, is that corporations are somehow imbued the same rights as people. The only rights a corporation has to exist is within the rules that people allow it to have. It is a paper tiger. It is not a human being. And we're the tigers. We're the ones that have to make sure that reality matches whatever that dream was from a few generations ago. And it's held up. So I took an oath to the Constitution. And I have read it, but to say I understand it would be a fool's folly, because it's not that hard a document. It is a gentle, a soft document. It tries not to insult any ideas anywhere along the way and take the value out of all the beliefs and the faiths and build it into something we can all live with. Religious laws, Sharia laws, do not work that way. The basis is not in humanity. The basis is on a 2,000-year-old book that frankly is not a living document and is not treated that way. Or it's not admitted they've treated it that way. But their document, if they want to base our government off of this, has so many different versions as to be useless. So that's where our government comes in. That's where voting comes in. So you don't make the decision in your house of worship. You make the decision in our house of decisions and choices. And it's tough. So the Constitution does not include a God. Most all of this God stuff was put in much later. It was forced in there for political reasons. It was forced in there for power reasons. And without checks and balances, we're hosed. So no religion, no one faith owns this country. You can't call yourself a Christian and make claims. You've got to be more specific, because your God's not their God and certainly is not mine. So there you go. Respect to communities, respect to people, respect to actual living things that were birthed through sexual reproduction. And yes, there is now the ability for humans to do it without the sex part. But we live, we learn, we grow, we do better for and by each other, not ourselves. Or I'm wrong. I don't think so, though. So I will say, Semper Fi. I absolutely took an oath to this Constitution, but what that means is I'm going to protect your right to be different. I'm going to protect your right to think and do as you please until it steps on another person's right to be on this planet, which was given it birth. So there you go. That's how it is. If you're here and can watch this, welcome to humanity. And yeah, peace out.